Hey, good morning. Coach Kurt here. And a few thoughts this morning on why we find it so hard to change sometimes, especially in areas of habits, habits that actually keep us down, keep us from living our, fuller potential. Um, and it comes down to a lack of self-love. Um, Self-love is at the root of change. You don't believe you're worth it, or I don't believe I'm worth it, and that's where once you get to that core root of love, um, and what is love? I guess you have to explore that, and that can mean different things to different people. But I ask people sometimes, who woke you up this morning? Who put the beat in your heart, breath in your lungs? And not everybody thinks about it that way, but I didn't. God did. You know, you could say every morning mercies are new. It's that breath, that heartbeat, that so start with the simple things of gratitude. Um, you are loved, number one. Receive that love, live that love, abide in that love, but be loved. Receive love. You have to receive love to be healed. And yes, you're worth it. Totally worth it. You're not depraved. You're not less than. Life kicks us down, maybe even from the start sometimes. Some of us had rougher upbringings, things, different experiences that really pushed us under. And, you know, don't allow that any longer to determine who you are or what you're worth. Just because, someone at some point gave you less and treated you less than. No, you're worth the best. And, you know, might correlate a bit with a former video, why are you here? What's your destiny? What's your calling? You're here for a purpose. But until you discover love and love yourself well, you'll never discover that purpose. So, for myself, one of the bigger things, self-hatred probably, just, I used to be very overweight, obese, in my early teens, actually preteens, early teens, and that's a very formative time of life. And it definitely can shape, self-worth, what you believe about yourself, because when you are overweight, you do get treated less than sometimes, and that can have long-lasting effects on your life, how you see yourself. Are you worth health? Are you worth relationships? Are you worth, do you have a voice? Because you can tend to retreat and just shut yourself down at times because you don't believe you're worth it. You don't believe that you have a voice. You don't believe you have a purpose. You don't believe that. I'm here to tell you, some people can only hear from you. Um, yeah, you're here to impact certain individuals in your life, in your acquaintances. And yeah, God brought you here to speak into their lives. So anyway, just might be getting sidetracked there. But yeah, just really, truly loving yourself well today. Love creates a space for healing, for yourself, but also for others, And, but yeah, what is at the core of why we cannot change? I believe it's a lack of self-worth, self-love. For me, food was that, you could say salve or that addiction that I went to, because of lack of self-worth or, you know, self-love. Um, and I see that many, it is, you could call it the legal drug of choice that people go to salve their hurt and, bury their pain. Food is good. Food feels good. It tastes good. And you can forget your current moment of lack of self-worth or self-hate. So yeah, truly explore that today. Have a great day. Love yourself well.